Pumpkins and things. Right. Welcome to Roger. Good to see you. We're ready to go on our Halloween meeting. Remember the 60 seconds round with the theme. You've got to include Halloween in it. If you don't, you are precluded from winning the Oscar. There's no mention of Halloween. You don't. It doesn't have to be much mention. There you go. Right, let's get the meeting underway. As usual, the leadership team should be upstanding, and introduce yourselves, please.
Morning everyone, I'm Vincent. I chair the membership committee and also I'm the official timekeeper.
And dresser up of Oscar ladies.
Good morning, I'm Brian, Social Secretary, SOCSEC.
Good morning everybody, I'm Terry and I deal with membership and recruitment.
Good morning, Scott, your meeting secretary, NICSEC. and scary face of luck.
Yeah. So I'm Ben, I'm EdCorp, Education Coordinator.
Thank you. Please be seated. Right, the meeting is to be got underway. Start with the performance lead.
Right, okay, 3 weeks recorded so far this month. Lots of members at or well above the 88-point benchmark that we strive for each month. Loads of members well over 100 points towards, well, let me just do the top 3. 168 points is Paul Booth, third or less. 186 points, second place, Mr. Matt Barry. 203 is Jane Lynn. And I'll pass that around for you to peruse.
Thank you very much, Scott. Education presentation. Ben.
Thank you very much. Well, today I'm just going to get straight on with it and hand over to the one and only Mr. Nick Cook. Nick, over to you.
Okay. Well, we all know a bit about marketing. We all run our own businesses. We know how important it is to get your product out there. But we know it's great to have Google reviews. We know how important word of mouth marketing is. We know how good it is to have a website as well. And it's also important, we all know, to keep your website up to date. If it's not up to date, it should be kept up to date. You need someone who does it for you. If you're clever, you can do it yourself. If you're average and don't really know how it works, you get someone to do it for you. I've got someone who does it for me. Thank you, Scott. Sterling work. Now, I'm going to call this last week Chappie Bill of Review. Could have been anywhere, but it happened to be in Bill of Review. And he was concerned about the number of cracks in his house. He'd been living with these cracks for months and he thought, see something's happened. Call a structural engineer. So we Google structural engineer, Bill of Review. You could have Google structural engineers, Essex, I would have been up there somewhere at the top of the pile. And I said to, he said, actually, it wasn't so much the Google reviews you had, which were very impressive, but it was your website. I looked at your website straight away and it said exactly what I wanted to know. So the point of my EdCorp this morning is, if your website doesn't say exactly what you want your customers to know about you and your business, it should do. Simple message, that's it. End of day, stop. Thank you very much. Well done.
Combine the EdCorp with a 60 seconds with Scott.
So today's EdCorp is sponsored by.
Yeah. But nonetheless, very relevant. Thank you for that, Nick. Terry, do we have any membership matters that you'd like to share with us or not?
Nothing.
No? Right, okay. We'll pass on for that. That means that we're approaching the 60-second round. I'm going to send that round for you to put in your bits and pieces of paper. I'm going to send the business card box round. make sure you're adequately represented in there and take part to enable you to effective introductions. Right, now, I better address you all from a standing position because I wish to point out that Vincent is the timekeeper, as he's already told us. He will be listening out hard for your watching your time. Pick you out after 60 seconds. Go on, give us that one. Thank you. When you hear that, stick it out. Remember the theme, which is Halloween. You must have something in there if you're going to have a chance to win the slightly androgynous Oscar. He's not only the bellman there, he's double travelling up and awarding the Oscar. So, let's get on with it, and let's see who's, other than the fact that Vincent is up first, who's followed by Matt.
Right, some moves up, mate.
Morning, everyone. Speak Print, we're the only printing company that gives you a VINS. We're not just a customer reference number to us. Every client, whatever size their business is, benefits from the, hold please, yep, the laminate. No, it's wrong way around, Paul.
Oh,
That's it, that'll do it. Speak Print 5-star preferred blue chip executive priority service. Thank you, Paul. What that means is you get a VINS. And a VINS can answer any questions or queries that you have. A VINS sees your job through from start to finish. A VINS checks your artwork to make sure it's print ready, that the fonts are correct, the positioning and the colour is correct. And if the completed job isn't up to VINS's standards, it gets reprinted before you've even seen it, because the VINS cares. We have experience, knowledge and enthusiasm, and we are filled with a desire to deliver highest quality goods every time. So that's Speak Print, you think it, we ink it. Look at that, one-on-one.
thank you very much, Vincent. Matt, you're next. You're followed by Brian.
Good morning, everyone. Matt from Blue Seraph. Now, there are lots of diverse products that we have. For some clients, Halloween gives them really scary things, horrible thoughts. Really not the type of client that likes to embrace Halloween, and that's because it's a Catholic church. And we've been doing a variety of branding options for a church down in Wanstead. And this is the sort of service that we do. When we do branding, we come up with a whole range of different ideas based on the brief, based on what we've taken. Obviously, there is not a hint of any orange or pumpkin-like shape in here. And we come up with a whole load of concepts, and then we share those with the client, walk through them, and then our next stage, the client's sort of chosen a one that they like. We will then develop and look to see how that could be reflected into some other collateral, like a newsletter or a website. So that's Matt Barry from Blue Seraph.
Thank you, Matt. Brian, you're next, and you're followed by Toby.
Morning, everybody. Brian Pater, hypnotherapist, pilgrim therapy. In July, I saw a man who said he had a fear of flying. Normal run of the mill, but during the first session, something didn't seem right. Intuition told me that something was not quite right with this fear of flying. So I decided to use, regression, which I don't normally for a phobia. He went back to, he was 5 years old, he was in a shopping mall, and got separated from his mother. And of course, he panicked. Now what he's actually done, he's brought that fear of the 6-year-old into his adult life. Now he actually flew on half-term with his family, so that fear is gone. Now you all know, pilgrims are associated with, the pilgrim fathers associated with pumpkins. Pumpkins for Halloween. So that's Brian Pater. A little contrived. Very contrived. Pilgrim hypnotherapy, thank you. I'll rest my case.
Seamless, Brian. Thank you. Toby, you're next. You're followed by Clark.
Morning everybody. So with Halloween coming up, I thought I'd talk about some of the fears that I've found over the years that a lot of business owners suffer from, or potential business owners. Things that hold them back from having a successful business. There's things like fear of failure, fear of success and how they might handle a growing business, fear of taking a risk, fear of not being taken seriously, fear of not attracting clients, fear of letting their family down, maybe even losing the roof over their heads, fear of not being seen as a success by friends and peers, fears of not knowing where to start, fear of overwhelm, fear of being seen as an imposter, fear of not handling the stress, and fear of not having the cash flow. So who do you know who might have one or some, or God forbid, all of those fears? I think that might be a bit of a disaster. Don't be afraid to put them in touch with me, because business doesn't have to be a nightmare. With the right planning, the right execution, it can be an absolute stream. Toby action, helping business owners get over their fears and become wealthy faster.
Thank you, Toby. Clara, you're followed by Cool.
I've taken it to a different level. I'm Clara from Downton Mortgages and Google Services. At this scary time of year, people need to ensure they're getting ghosts out from hiding in cupboards and making decisions on the future. We don't need bubbling cauldrons to make spells to get us a house. We need to speak to a professional, understand the situation, review the options and find a fresh November start. Interest rates have continued to tweak down a little over the last week, although there are a couple of lenders who have reduced and then quickly increased as they're seeing too much demand for their products. So it's a little more tricky again at the moment to ensure you secure what I discussed with the clients. But after a scary year, it's time to look at a bright and positive future. So if you're ready to put scares behind you, have a chat with me. If you know anyone who's hiding from the current situation, suggest they have a chat and see if I can find them a path out of the woods so they aren't stuck seeing the wood for the trees. Clara Downton, Downton Mortgages and Google Services.
Very Halloween. Nick, you're next, and you're followed by Melissa.
Well, good morning. My name's Nick. I'm a structural engineer, just as you know. As I've mentioned in many of my previous sessions, I spend a lot of time looking at houses for people who want to alter their house in some way. They want to put an extension on the side, convert the roof into a habitable room. They might just knock a wall down. So if you know anyone who's thinking of altering their house in some way, please let them know that I'm around. Give them my card, and I'll be very happy to have a chat with them. And as my old tagline goes, that I've used for years, apart from about a month ago, my name is Nick Cook, for that structured approach to your structural problem. And I haven't mentioned Halloween once. Oh, no, I just did.
You are. Thank you, Nick. Melissa, you're followed by Mike.
So, good morning everyone, Melissa Jackson, Kenway Francis. As you know, I'm a licensed insolvency practitioner. I deal with a lot of people who are very scared about their financial position. They bury their heads in the sand, they don't want to face the problems that they're having, whether they're a business or whether they're an individual. We can help people like that. We can help them to know their numbers, because knowing your numbers will mean that you're less scared about the future and the position that you're in, and you can possibly avoid insolvency altogether. So, do you know your gross profit percentage? Do you know your net profit percentage? Do you know your debtor days? Do you know what your contribution is? Do you know how many clients that you have, and do you know what your fixed and your variable costs are? Know your numbers so that you can feel confident, and then you're not scared about the future and what your business may face. So if you know anybody who's in a position where they don't know their numbers, please refer them to me. That's Melissa Jackson, Kenway Francis, helping individuals and businesses avoid insolvency.
Thank you, Mike. All right.
Hello.
There you are. I can work. You're next. And you're followed by Ben.
I need Ben to see this really. I think you just have a bit more gumption. Ladies and gentlemen, ghosts and goblins, I hope you're all in the spirit of the season, because I'm here to talk about something that's not quite so scary. In fact, it's quite the treat. Have you ever felt that making your website and social media content is scarier than a haunted house? Well, you're not alone, but fear not, because I've got the solution. At Blackwater Media, I specialise in capturing the magic of your company and events and transforming them into a spectacular online content. From scary to sensational, from ghoulish to glamorous, I'll transform your online presence into something that will make your competitors scream with envy. We won't let your web and social media content haunt you any longer. Give us a message today and let's brew up some digital magic together. So happy Halloween, and remember, when it comes to top-notch visuals, Blackwater Media is your no tricks and all treats solution. And now I'm going to shoehorn in some actual stuff, which is, I'm after regular content clients at the moment. Anyone who wants frequent posts on their pages and media creation to go with that. So keep your ears open for those for me, please. Mike at Blackwater Media.
Thank you, Mike. Ben, followed by Terry.
Good morning, guys. Ben Golding from Utility Warehouse. Now, don't be scared, spooked, or terrified by your utility bills anymore. I can cast a bell to shrink your bills, and with our devilish cashback card, you'll never pay blood-curdling, fiendish full price ever again. Monstrous savings on everything from your pumpkin, your potions, even toothpaste for your vampire teeth, and you can treat your mummy. And with awards from our Grand High Witch magazine, you're in safe hands. So I'll hop on my broomstick and see all your friends, wave my magic wand, cast a spell to save them money, and shrink their bills with the devilishly sexy Utility Warehouse.
I think a bit more effort trying to get into character.
Thank you very much. You like it as well. Terry, you are next, and you're followed by Blake.
No, I'm not doing mine. Good morning, everybody. Terry Reagan from CMLaw. I've had nightmare clients this week. 2 clients have been keeping me awake at night. Why? Because they're terrible at running their business. One of them decided, on the advice of an insolvency practitioner, I'm pleased to say it wasn't Melissa, to voluntarily wind up their company. All good, wound the company up, but his old company no longer exists. Unfortunately, there's £20,000 in their bank account. So I've had to go, I'm now at court trying to revive the company to get the money back. The long process is going to cost them a lot of money, but as I say, it would be nightmare. And the other one was a referral from Tina. A lady is owed £20,000+, been owed it for a couple of years, actually doesn't know who owes her the money, slight problem, but she's owed £20,000, but she's done the work. So those 2 cases are keeping me awake at night, giving me nightmares. That's the sort of work I do. If you've got any clients who've got cases slightly less scary, please give them my details. Terry, no, you'll see them all.
Thank you, Terry. Blake, you're next, and you're followed by Cameron.
Good morning, everyone. Blake from Hammerhigh. It's not going to be anywhere near as good as Ben's. I don't even know what I'm trying. But in the shadows of the night, Hammerhigh whispers your name. When nightmares come alive and your playtime is the same. The depths of its domain, where darkness holds its breath, Hammerhigh crafts its deadly toys. To bring you your own death, from guns that fill you dread to gear that chews your bones. Hammerhigh has all you need to make your Halloween grow. But beware, dear friends, the Ammer Hive is not for the frail. But once you enter its realm, your soul will never be hale. So if you seek a scare and a Halloween to recall, visit Ammer Hive tonight and your life will be forever enthralled.
What's that?
Howard, let's get you up and Leanne to follow.
Morning, everyone. Howard Wood from Clear Financial Advice. A question for you. What's the best thing about having a limited company? Whether you just do a limited company.
Limited liability.
Limited liability? No.
I was going to say protection.
No. Paul?
The company can pay into a certain type of life insurance policy, and the company can get corporation tax relief, and it's not a benefit fund.
Yes!
I was just going to say that.
The best thing ever. There are lots of little quirks and tax benefits you can get from having a limited company. So if you know anyone who wants to explore that further, they're going to call Paul and myself the Dream Team. If money matters leave you feeling scary, call me because I'm tall and hairy.
You see how you get more out of Paul when you don't massage than you do. Thank you very much for that. Leanne, you're next and you're followed by Roger.
Well, after Ben's, I thought I'd just stand up and say my name. I think that's it. I did make an effort though. You've bought your dream home, but it resembles more of a dungeon. The rooms scare you to the bone, and all you want is a lovely home. The cupboards are full of skeletons, it reminds you of the Kardashians. The sofa is full of holes and smells like old souls. It makes you want to scream, and all you want is the dream. You don't know where to turn, and you haven't got time to learn. Your home is feeling inferior, so call on Brooklyn Interiors.
Actually, I don't know whether you'll want 60 seconds, Roger, or whether you're going to leave everything in the hands of your dear wife.
Well, I have got about 30 seconds.
Give us 30.
Do twice. Hi there, I'm Roger Mannion. I just wanted to look.
I don't want to read, I'm Roger Mannion.
Yes. I just wanted to mention our venue, which is available for private hire. It's the Secret Sconery in White Roding, suitable for company away days for about 20 people, or for private tea parties, baby showers, birthdays, not mentioning Halloween because I can't win the prize. Lots of parking, free Wi-Fi, and great food. Wi-Fi, sorry.
Thank you. Jen, would you like to make sure you get 120 seconds altogether?
So, you were going along the spooky lane when the car started to judder. No, not here, it's dark, it's raining, what can I do? The car runs out of steam, you're stuck there. But don't worry, because you'd already purchased your Christmas tree brownie, which kept you going till morning and further. Even the ghouls kept away because they could see you weren't afraid you were in your comfort zone. Chocolate brownies for Christmas, ideal for teens and for skeletons and spooks, but best of all, for yourself. Meanwhile, for the 10 minutes today, you're going to be working in pairs, making chocolate brownie Christmas puddings. And Scott, you're going to do yours on your own, partly because we don't have pairs enough, and partly because you've done it before.
Thank you, James. 60 seconds and the preview. Next is John Hammond. Sorry about that. I was overwhelmed by James.
Hello there, I'm John Hammond from JMH Technology. Right now, we work for a religious customer, Church of the Jesus Christ. They don't have to worry about ghouls and ghosties, but they have to worry about their system not working. So they get us to do their work. But if you're worried about the zombies and that breaking into your house, we can provide security systems for you and your offices. So anything you need on the security side, talk to us. That's John Hammond from JMH Technology, applying technology to security.
Thank you very much, John. Scott, you're next, and you're followed by David.
Well, good morning. Scott, your spooky web designer, but not following the web design trope. I just thought I'd talk about Frankenstein today. Lots of the projects I think up are a bit Frankenstein's monster. They're cobbled together from different bits and pieces, and it started off because their next door neighbour helped them get the website started, then they got someone in India to do a little bit for them, they moved their website on, and then they've done a little bit more themselves, and it's a complete mashup of different bits and pieces and styles and thought processes. We're good at untangling that mess and kind of making it uniform and work properly. So if you know someone whose website looks a bit of a dog's dinner, a bit of a Frankenstein's monster, then please put me in touch. We'll create something beautiful for them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Scott. David, you're next, followed by Tina.
Hello everybody, I'm David Roberts from Brentwood. We're NIC, based in Brentwood. We carry all types of electrical work for domestic and commercial customers. We carry electrical testing, so like Fearless Ghostbusters, we navigate through haunted attics and basements. I'm not with proton packs, but with our trusted multimeters and tool belts. We can help find electrical gremlins and ensure your home is safe from spectral surges. If you're thinking about security lighting, now the lights are getting nights are getting longer. We're like modern day business. We can light up the darkest of places with our special magnetic sensors that detect all movement, human or ghostly. And while we're at it, let's shed some light on your fuse board. Don't let an outdated system cast a spooky spell on your safety. Upgrade to a modern, reliable fuse board, and we will carry out a full electrical check at the same time to put your mind at rest. If you need any electrical work done in your home or workplace, please call Mercury Electrical. Happy Halloween, and may your home be spook free.
Thank you very much, David. Tina, you're next. You're followed by me, and I'm followed by Paul.
Morning everybody, my name is Tina. I come from Port Liberty Executive Services of the Secretarial and Admin Service. Right. Liberty Executive Services welcomes you to a spectacular Halloween. The theme frights and ghostly delights emerge from your business, which scares you to delight. A team of experts is ready to take your business to new heights, just like a witchy broomstick soaring through the sky at night. Don't be haunted by your business challenges. Let Liberty Executive Services be your Ghostbusters. So if you know anybody that is dreading going in the office today, and I forgot what I was going to do with these, give them my details. I'll be happy to help. So that's me, Tina, Liberty Executive Services. At 9 to 5, I'll start to finish.
Thank you very much, Tina. In preparation for today, I looked up Halloween. It's a day when the souls of the dead return to their homes. People dress up in costumes to ward off these spirits. Another way you can ward off these spirits is by making sure that your relatives have wills before they die, so that when they do, they have no reason to return because their estate has been dealt with under the intestacy rules. It's all a bit like the little girl, or the pumpkin looking up at the little girl who's got a knife and a spoon, and the pumpkin said, "Are you going to take the pith?" Oh. Thank you.
The pith, Brian. Booth and Co. Chartered Certified Accountants based in Brentwood. We do get clients ring up a bit concerned about the 31st of October, Halloween, and they worry about their tax returns. That's the official date for filing tax returns for paper tax returns, not online. Online is 31st of October, so I put their mind at rest. But a lot of people do who don't have an accountant try to complete paper returns and they miss the deadline. That's what I'm looking for today. People need to do their tax returns. At the Hermitage, built in about 1792, we've actually got two ghosts. We've got a young girl that walks down the stairs holding a candle, very friendly ghost, and another one upstairs in the First World War. It was used for a barracks, and a soldier was cleaning his rifle and accidentally shot himself dead. Another friendly ghost, but yeah, all those things in my tax.
Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you very much to all of you for the effort that you put in producing your Halloween-style 60 seconds. Very impressive that you've all taken the time to do it. Vincent, give us your suggestion for the winner of the Oscar.
Thank you. Now, Max was a very early contender of being one of the best 60 seconds, but unfortunately, because he went first, he got overtaken immediately by the next speaker. Scroll down the bottom line list now. Clara, I like the thought you put into yours, that's very good. Ben, OTT, mate.
Yeah. Boo!
But I've got to say, I really enjoyed Toby's 60 seconds, so because of that, I'm going to give it to Howard. It's all in here, mate.
Thank you very much, Vincent. Well done, Howard.
Yeah.
Right. We will move on. Actually, we move on straight to the 10-minute presentation. So, Ben, take it away.
Right, so before I introduce today's gorgeous speaker, just give you an update on the upcoming speakers for the next few weeks. So next week we're into November. So on the 2nd of November, Terry will be doing the 10 minutes and I'll be doing the educational slot. Stuart will be doing the 10 minutes on the 9th and Toby doing the ed slot that day. Nick will be doing the 10 minutes on the 16th, with Paul doing the education slot, and finally on the 23rd, Clara will be giving us her first 10-minute presentation, and I'll be doing the ed slot. So when it's your turn to do your presentation, please remember first of all that it's 8 minutes for your presentation, 2 minutes for questions, and please go to the EBF website, download the bio sheet, and get it to me a day or two beforehand. And if you can't do your 10 minutes for ed slot, please let me know as soon as possible. We'll do our best to swap things around. We have got it planned now for till next year. So today's speaker, we have the lovely Jane Mallion from the Cream Tea Company, English Cream Tea Company. So gift, hampers and afternoon tea. And she is the chief scone gnome of the company, and based in White Roding, but deliver throughout mainland UK. So a couple of bits about Jane here. So about experience with food. Clearly not enough of them because she'd rather be a lot thinner. The second one, something we should all avoid. Wrapping Christmas presents in June, putting them in the loft, and then finding the mice had nibbled at them all by December. An excellent thing Jane has done. Oh, snap. Got a Guinness World Record there, but Jane's is different because it's for the largest English cream tea party.
I'm very good it was too.
And finally, Jane has got a black belt in knockdown karate when she was aged 55. So don't mess with Auntie Janie. So please welcome Jane Mallion.
Thank you very much. So we're going to get straight on with your audition to be scone gnomes. We've done this once before, and we need to find the best scone gnome amongst you. And you're working in pairs, so between your necks a little. You're going to be making 2 Christmas pudding brownies. Scott, only one required from you, my lovely, but you're going to be doing both parts. So one of you with the gloves on first. One of you will be making the brownie into 2 balls of brownie. You're making 2 perfect round, no cracks in it, balls with your gloves, rolling it like that. The other is going to be rolling the icing out. You've got a little board with some icing sugar on it just to smooth it. And you're going to be cutting a shape of fondant to be like the icing going over the Christmas pudding. So just to give you a hint, not that size, but you're going to go for like a daisy shape. If you're the icing cutter outerer, that's a sort of daisy shape, and then it will sit on top. And then between you, put on your 2 holly leaves each one and a few balls to represent the berries. And we will be giving a prize to the best one. We've also got a door prize, a prize to the best. So we've got some scissors coming round if you can't open the cellophane. Some of it quite small as well. And get going
I might be right.
I've got my turn.
Yeah, we get to do 2 as well.
Are you the brownie roller out there?
I'll do the brownie. I'll let you do the daisy.
There's a little line.
So the icing's done on there.
Roger, rolling pins and knives.
You can't start.
Thank you very much.
That is scary. Oh, have you run that?
You're internal then?
Does anything happen to you? Right, you should be doing it. No, you've got a knife on the board.
Mike.
If you're doing two grams.
So basically, so we want to be a bit smaller. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. You keep rolling them. Make them. So we kind of want.
And it's got to go on top of a board, which will be a like a northern size.
Mike wants to know how big my balls are.
Yeah.
It's scarier than we ever.
Around your balls. Terry? Terry? Around your balls.
Very good. Because those are going to sweetness in there.
What's up, man? Come on.
I'm not saying that.
Yes.
There's the flower thing we've got to cut out.
Yeah, you make that a bit flatter. Even warmer.
Quick. Brian, come on, Brian, faster, darling.
Just one of those.
Two, because you're going to each have a bowl to take
That's a deep okay to have one bigger than the other?
Yes, you've been good minute there.